Afternoon, Good Shepherd. It is Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021, and the first day of fall. And so I've got this wonderful photo behind me that I took about this time last year of Bear Lake up in Rocky Mountain National Park with the leaves changing. And we know that they indeed are. Lots of things are changing, both in the natural world and in our lives, our life as a congregation. It's been great to be back, for the most part, back together, seeing people return to the building, renewing friendships that had been somewhat interrupted by COVID, seeing folks singing together. It's just been wonderful to see people come back, questions, reminiscences, all of those sorts of things. One thing that we learned last Sunday, I think, is that the 7:45 service works better in the chapel than it does in the sanctuary. Certainly, there are a number of things to tweak. We want to get the music sound a little better and see if we can get some slightly better visuals. But the overall experience, from what I've heard, was so much better when it was in the chapel than when it was in the sanctuary. So at least for the foreseeable future, we will remain in the chapel for the 7:45 service. So, and with regard to the 7:45 service, a big shout out to Jim Wolf for making sure we had coffee last week. But for those folks who attend that service, please sign up to make sure that coffee is made. We can't depend on Jim all the time. And certainly would not ask him to do that when there are others who can turn on the coffee pot. And Jim would be happy to tell you how to do that, as would Liz Peel. So please sign up. Looks like we're in pretty good shape for coffee hour for the 10:30 service, but we're still pretty slim for folks signing up for that 7:45. This coming Sunday, one of the lessons is James, from the book of James, and has to do with prayers for healing. And I've talked with Christina Blackburn, and we will resume healing prayers, certainly at the 10:30 service. I'm not sure if somebody's available for the 7:45, but we will be resuming healing prayers on the last Sunday of the month, and it just coincides this month with that reading from James. So just know that we will be doing healing prayers during and after communion, as we have done in the past. We will also take this opportunity this coming Sunday to bless prayer shawls. We've had a number made over the course of the last several weeks and months, and it makes sense to me to bless them at that main service when we are focusing on, at least one lesson focuses on healings, and we'll be doing healing prayers. So that's a little bit about what's coming up in terms of this coming Sunday. There really isn't a lot more to announce. Put on your calendars, Blessing of the Animals. We will be doing that at 2:00 on October 10th. That will be the Sunday following St. Francis Day, and it will be in the park where we have done it in the years past. More information will be coming out about that soon. So that is sort of one of the next unusual pieces coming up. With the Altars in the World, the next event for that will be the evening of October, looking at my calendar, October 16th, and we'll go on a short walk and watch the sunset, a trail just on the southern edge of Lone Tree Highlands Ranch. And then the next day will be our third Sunday. Again, and we'll be focusing on folks who've made a significant impression on you. They could be saints, they could be parents, they could be a teacher, and we'll be collecting memories and build, as we begin to anticipate All Saints Day and All Souls Day, as well as the Day of the Dead, to build an ofrenda, an altar, remembering all of those folks who have made significant impacts on us. So start thinking about that, and we look forward to that time together on Sunday the 18th. That's really all. But I ran across a meditation from this book that I've used before. This book here called Liberating Love, Love Notes from God. And it really relates to the lesson that we had last week, last Sunday, from the Gospel of Mark on what it is to be first and what it is to be a servant of all. And you may remember that in this book, Sandhya Jha, the author, quotes a passage of scripture, and then she, the paragraph, the meditation is really an imagination of what God might be saying in response to that piece of scripture. So the voice after the quotation is God's. And I will end with this today. The passage is from Mark 9:35 and reads, Jesus sat down, called the 12, and said to them, whoever wants to be first must be last of all and servant of all. What the world rewards and what I reward are so different, says God. Imagine a community that places the most humble servant in the position of decision maker, instead of a world where certain people are expected to be servants and others expected to lead. Imagine a community where everyone understands themselves as servants of each other. That is the community I want you to create, to maintain, to teach about, so that once built, the community is constantly reminded that all are to be servants of each other. Imagine what it will feel like for your community to take care of your needs because they know they need to serve you as you serve them. Imagine a community where relationships are based on service to one another. I hope you have a good rest of the Wednesday, Compline tonight at 8:45. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.